Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back. I'm just like keeping my fingers crossed here that we're going to stay on the air. I have no idea what happened there.
We're still on the air right now.
So. We are on the air right now. I can see that. If I would have looked down at my phone and saw a hockey game going on, I would have known that we were off the air long before your dad came and gave us a note. So hopefully that won't happen again. This was kind of like the same thing that happened during the Prairie Farms Holiday Tournament, man. It was a whew. We had some rough goes there at the tournament. This little thing down here, man, that's what you got to pay attention to, this kilobytes per second. If that little thing starts turning different colors other than green, that's when you know you're in trouble.
Okay.
So try to keep an eye on everything here.
I will attempt to do that.
All right, now we got to try to figure out what in the world's going on here in the first matchup, and we're already into the seventh frame here, kids. And right now it looks like Collinsville is trailing in this first matchup, 530 to 516, but we are in the middle of frame number 7. Collinsville is third bowler. Collinsville, look at that, man. How about Bradley George, Carter Williams, and Selby Fry, all with strikes to start off this seventh frame. Looking back at the sixth frame for Belleville East, they had 4 strikes in their frame, so the heat is on, dude. The heat is on. There is Brody. I don't even have his name written down here anymore. What is he in, the number 4 spot?
4 spot, yeah.
Okay, that's right. I got him circled because I crossed him out and then I circled him. How about another strike for Collinsville? 4 straight strikes to begin the seventh frame. How about a strikeout in the seventh?
He still doesn't smile.
Yeah, he never does. See, now I gotta force myself to look down on my phone, which is
we're good for now.
What I have it on my to monitor everything. And if I would have looked down and saw that hockey game going on there, I would have known. Here's Marion Hall. How about a strike in the seventh? Every single bowler with a strike in the seventh for Collinsville. Sorry, I have to write that down. So if you got anything to say, has that happened to you guys before when you were bowling?
Yes. Yeah. We always called it, what did we call it? Was it Shark Week? Does that sound familiar?
Sure, why not? That's awesome, though, man. That's got to be a good feeling.
Yes.
All right, so Collinsville, because they only had to bowl 5 balls down the lane, are already done with their seventh frame. And Belleville East and their third bowler, Colin McGehee, just missed. So 2 open frames here back-to-back for Belleville East after George Smith started off the seventh with a strike for Collinsville. So now it's up to Jaden Colheim to see what he can do, as Collinsville has already finished. They're high-fiving each other, talking about things. Probably build a campfire, roast some marshmallows.
I don't know if it's cold enough outside for that today.
I know, man. It's been beautiful out, hasn't it?
It has.
It could stay like that as far as I'm concerned. It's January, but, I don't care if it feels like April. More the better for me. Here is Colheim on 26, and he will leave himself up 1. I have still not been able to watch Travis Young bowl yet because of everything that's happened here.
Well, he's up next.
I'm kind of anxious to see Travis Young. He bowled a 300 game earlier in the year. Probably at home. That seems to be where everybody bowls a 300 game, is at Belle Aire.
I think it was Belle Aire, actually.
Yeah. Has a 820 series, man.
That's
crazy. That's crazy good.
He works his tail off.
Yeah, I would imagine so. You don't get to be that good at bowling by just sheer luck. Here is Colheim. He'll pick up his spare. Now we will get to see Travis Young, who is the only senior. They only have 1 senior and 1 junior on this year's team.
They'll be pretty good next year.
Yeah, the rest of them are all sophomores and freshmen. They got, on their subs list, they've got 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen. But Coach told me that he probably won't make any substitutions, but, after first game, he might. Here is Travis Young, and Young will get in there with a strike. So a strike for the number 1 bowler, a strike for the number 5 bowler, and a couple of open frames and a spare sandwiched in between all that. So we go to the 8th frame, and Collinsville, are they still trailing?
I can't read that.
592 to 576 is what I see.
Yes.
Okay. So even after all that, Collinsville is still trailing going into the 8th frame here. All right, here is George Smith on 26 now for Belleville East. Hope everybody found us again. I had Kahok. Yeah. I had Kahok bowling versus Belleville East, and I went to Kahawks bowling versus Belleville East. For some reason, that only streamed for 4 seconds, and then it knocked off.
Yeah, that's what they were telling me back there.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
So now I've got it at Collinsville, Kahawk bowling versus Belleville East, because I just don't want to put part 1, part 2, part 3. That kind of gets old after a while. You have to rename it. It won't let you go back and do the same thing. It's kind of like a serial number, you know?
Interesting.
So when you put the date on there of 1/6/26, obviously that's kind of like a serial number.
Right.
Because you're not going to use another game on 1/6/26 because you can't do 2 games on the same day. Well, you could technically, but as long as they're separated by some time, you could. But you could not use the same title, so I had to redo the title on it. Now I'm on my 3rd title. So,
He's raiding the candy.
I saw that over there. I got my own. Well, I brought some Reese's Pieces.
I see that.
Yeah. I had some fast food for lunch when I got here because it's kind of weird. You know, I get lunch at school at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I make sure that I don't eat a lot there because I know that I'm going to come here and I got to get something in my stomach because I won't make it until 5 o'clock or 6:30 or whatever it is when we get out of here. All right, so that was Carter Williams, correct?
Yes.
Yes, Carter Williams with a 9. Bradley George also had a 9. He picked up his spare, so we'll see if Carter Williams can do the same. This is Colin McGahee. The 3 sophomores they have to lead off. 1, 2, and 3 bowlers for Belleville East are all sophomores. Then you have the junior and the senior. 5 pin remains for McGahee. And here is Carter Williams trying to pick up that 10 pin, and he will knock it off into the gutter right at the last second. So an open frame there for Collinsville. They did not need an open frame.
Yeah, they would have liked a spare there.
Yes, I would have liked a spare there because it's, you know, coming off of a
off a strike.
yeah, strike. Every bowler got a strike in the 7th frame here, so you want to try to follow that up with something good. So far a spare and an open frame. Here is McGahee on 26 for Belleville East. The girls over there, they're constantly chattering.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, the boys, you get a chant every once in a while.
The girls have a cheer for everything.
Yes, they do. And the guys are usually, it's kind of coded in an insult.
Yeah.
Like beard face or something. What did they say? I can't remember.
Beard man.
Beard man.
That was Mason Foley, I think.
Yeah.
In my class.
All right, here is Colime, Jaden Colime. He will leave the 7 pin up. Meanwhile, over on lane 25 for Collinsville, Sully Fry trying to pick up his spare. He has a sleeper over there as well. And that try is on the way, and that try is good. So spare back for Collinsville.
I got some poofy hair going on here.
Yeah, that's true. Way to go, poofy hair. See, it's always like, you know, a chant coded in an insult.
I haven't heard him say that yet, though.
Yeah, I know. That ball's got a lot of movement on it, man. That was Colime. And now Travis Young due up over here on 26, but first Brody Hoganson on 25 for Collinsville. Started that one out way outside and kicked a 7 pin or something over there in the middle to take care of that 5. And here's Travis Young. Congratulations to that young man for a 300 game earlier in the year.
That was an interesting strike.
That was kind of looked like Brody's, didn't it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And here is Amarian Hall for Collinsville on 25. He'll leave up 3. And we are 1 roll away from heading into the 9th. I mean, we're even closer to these screens now, and I can't even make out the bottom number there.
It's making me realize I need new glasses.
Yeah, apparently I'm going to have to go to the eye doctor as well, because normally I could read these things. Right now it looks like Collinsville has a 1-pin lead with 1 throw left here and a single pin left over there for Marion Hall. And right now it looks like, and see the 6s, the 9s, and the 8s all look the same.
They do.
So right now it looks like Collinsville is up 686 to 681. Remember, they were coming off of all those strikes, though.
Right.
So that probably added up a little bit later in that 8th frame. So Collinsville has taken the lead here. Your dad will fill us in on everything. He'll bring us up a sheet of paper.
He will.
Yeah.
That's what he always does.
I rely on him. Can't rely on my own eyes. Might as well rely on somebody else's eyes. And he wears glasses, too.
Yeah, but I think he has better eyes than me.
Yeah. Here's George Smith on 25, starting off the 9th for Belleville East, and he will do so with a strike. Now, Bradley George. We got George Smith and Bradley George going against each other here, the 2 Georges. Here is Bradley George, and they're both sophomores. And Bradley George will leave up the 10 pin.
I think he liked that one. I think he thought
it looked pretty good.
It did.
one more bowling match from Camelot Bowl before we end our coverage of the bowling season as Don Coleman leaves up the 10 pin. So we got two guys with 10 pins to deal with on 25 and 26. We'll be back here in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, the final girls match that we'll have for you is a big one. It's against O'Fallon. And then the girls will go off into their playoff competitions.
Theirs start later.
Yeah, the boys will start theirs on the 17th, which is a week from this Saturday. And then the girls are, I want to say, a week behind that. I think. Sounds about right.
I can never remember when their state tournament is.
Carter Williams. I got my little book down there, but I can't reach it from here because I'm standing on a step stool. Because not only is my sight bad, so is my height. I am vertically challenged and visually challenged all at the same time. McGahee over on 25 will knock down most everything on the left side, leave up, looks like the 3, 6, and the 10 over on lane 25. Sully Fry getting ready to come up over here on 26 as I'm looking at the screen in the middle that has on NFL Live, and Ravens fired their head coach John Harbaugh. I heard about that yesterday. I was like, what? What'd they do?
Did not hear about that, actually.
Yeah. And how about a strike for Sully Fry? Sully Fry, back on December 4th when these two teams met at Bel Air Bowl, almost rolled himself a 300 game. Ended up with a 284. That was when he was on the JV team. So they're like, you need to come over to the varsity team, sir.
If you shoot a 284, that's probably going to get you to varsity.
Yeah, I would say so. McGahee ended up leaving a pin. Here is Brody Hoganson for Collinsville. And on 26, he will pick up a strike, too. Had a little help from a stray pin that kind of came back. It's the second time in a row he's had a stray pin come back and knock down that 5 pin.
He's had some interesting strikes.
Yeah. Here is Colheim on 25 for Belleville East, and he'll pick up a strike, too, which he probably wasn't expecting because that ball hit the far left-hand side of the head pin. There is Marion Hall for Collinsville. He'll pick up a strike, too. Same thing.
Interesting.
A stray pin coming back and wiping out that 5 pin. Seems to be the story of the day. So in this frame for Collinsville, they're all finished. They had George lead off with a spare. Everybody else behind him with a strike. And there is a strike from Travis Young. So we are all finished, and that is 4 in a row for Young. And we go to the 9th frame, and Collinsville is now down again, 796 to 775. I can see those crooked numbers a lot better than those rounded ones.
I can read 775.
Yeah.
Not the other one.
796 to 775. So it's close with 1 frame left. So this is an important frame coming up here as I've looked down on my phone, make sure we're still on the air there.
We are still on the air.
Okay. Here is George Smith for Belleville East on 26, and he will leave a 10 pin. So he'll have to pick that up for an extra throw. Bradley George over on 25 for Collinsville, coming off of back-to-back spares. How about a strike here, Mr. George? And he will just be a little bit off of that head pin to the right, and he'll leave 1 pin up there. I'd rather have the 1 he left than the 10.
Yeah.
Especially for the right-handers. That one's going to swerve, and oh boy, barely got it. So George Smith will get himself 1 extra throw. And Bradley George will try to do the same over on 25.
I don't think Bradley George is going to win that one.
No.
Wait. Maybe. I can't read.
Well, it all depends on what Bradley George does here.
True.
And that is a spare, so that'll help. That'll give him 1 more pin. So right now it's 195 to 178, each player with 1 throw left. And here is George Smith on 26 for Belleville East. And that one he will leave up a couple. So he will end up with a 186, and he will indeed lose the head-to-head match. 1 more throw here for Bradley George coming up. And here it is. Down 25 it goes. Curve in there. Did not even hit the head pin, but
yeah,
that's okay. Not the way you want to end your first match, but he ended up with a 202.
202 gets the win.
So he'll win the head-to-head battle. And now it's going to be up to Don Coleman and Carter Williams. I'm doing some heavy redacting here, man, so I stopped getting confused.
Need a whole new sheet over there.
I brought an extra sheet just in case of things like this. Don Coleman on 26 leaves up 1. Looks like the 6 pin. Meanwhile, Carter Williams over on 25 for the Kahawks. He gets ready to throw.
If you grab a brand new sheet, though, then he's going to switch it up again. You'll
probably
be in the same boat.
Yeah. And how about a strike for Carter Williams to start off the 10th? That's what we need. Here is Don Coleman going for his spare on 26, and that looks pretty good. So he will have an extra throw, and Carter Williams needs. Well, I don't think he can come back.
No.
Yeah, 162 to 138 right now.
Carter can only shoot 168, I think.
Yeah. So that means that Don Coleman would have to throw a gutter ball, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's going to keep it on the lane, though.
I would think so.
That's.
Oh, that one misses the head pin for Carter Williams. No, he was trying to use that body language to get it to move back over to the right, and it didn't listen to him. So now he has to try to pick up a spare here. Here is Coleman, and his final throw, not a gutter ball, but he left 3 up. And Coleman will end up with a 169. And that is already ahead of the 152 that Carter Williams has with just one more throw left, and the best he can do is a 155. And here is Carter Williams. Williams just gets the head pin. Well, and the head pin came back off the back wall and knocked down the one behind the one in front of it. So here is Colin McGahee, and he will leave up a pin. So what did Carter Williams end up with? A 154.
Yeah.
So one head-to-head match belongs to Collinsville. The other one belongs to Belleville East, and McGahee has already taken his first. Here is Sully Fry on 25 for Collinsville. Boy, that hugged that lane, man. That was so close to falling over into the gutter. It wasn't even funny. I'm not laughing.
No. I do think he's going to win that head-to-head.
I think so. Coleman down 26, trying to pick up a spare. And he will, so he'll have one more throw. And Fry trying to accomplish the same thing over on 25, only he has a lot more than one left.
Did he get 4 on that first shot or 3?
Four.
Yeah.
6 left. That looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll take that spare big time. Way to battle back there, Sully Fry. So Marion is a senior, Brody is a senior, so those two stay the same. Sully's the junior, and the two, okay, so I probably have everything still right as far as what grade level they're in. McGahee's last throw, and he will end up with a 150 even. Sully Fry has already beaten that with a 204 and going for one more throw here.
That one looks better.
Yeah, he missed the head pin, though. He's got to straighten that out.
He got more than 4, though.
Yeah. 211 for Sully Fry, so he'll win that head-to-head matchup. So Collinsville has taken 2 of the 3. And here is Jaden Coline. Down 26.
That is the left.
Yes, it is. And only left up the 5 pin. He did that over on 25 a minute ago and got a strike out of it. Brody Hoganson is his head-to-head competition. And Brody, that's a tight race right now. But Coline has already went, and he sits at a 153. Brody, this is his first ball, and he's at a 157. So the lead, there you go. How about a strike? That'll help.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like Coline fouled on his first throw.
Did he?
Yeah, it's got an F up there.
I didn't even hear that.
Kind of hard to hear with these cans on your head.
Yeah, that is true.
But the screen says F.
And they're reset it, yeah. So I guess he did foul, and we just didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just noticed that. Brody Hoganson will go because one of the JVers is going over here on 27. That's going to prevent Coline from going for a moment. So Hoganson is going to take advantage of his time and take care of things on 25. Looking for a second strike here in the 10th, and he will get one. Back-to-back strikes for Hoganson. Matter of fact, that is going to be, 5 in a row?
I think that's 5.
Yes, it is. 5 in a row. Well, this time, Colheim, who has a disgusted look on his face because of that foul, picks up 9 over on 26. He should have one more. No, he won't. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. 171. No wonder he has a disgusted look on his face. Hoganson, his final throw here in frame number 10, game number 1 of a 3-game match. And Hoganson will miss the head pin. Almost get a strike. 5-pin wobbled, but it would not fall. 216 for Hoganson, so he will win that head-to-head matchup. And now it's going to be between Travis Young and Marion Hall. And here comes Young down 26. His first throw is in there for a strike.
I don't think Marion Hall is going to win that.
I do not think so either. That strike right there for Travis Young already puts him at a 249.
There's not much you can do when your opponent shoots 279.
Yeah. Not much at all. And just to make matters worse, Marion Hall has himself a split over on 25.
Is that a split?
Well, it looks like it from my angle. I think that's what, the head pin in the 10?
Yes. If the head pin's up, they don't classify it as a split.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. They're definitely separated, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Another strike there for Travis Young, who appears to be on his game. And here's Marion Hall. Ooh, he got it in the right spot, just couldn't kick it over there far enough. So that's going to do it for Amarian, and he ends up with a 158. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Travis Young, he needs another strike to end up with a 279 in his first match. First game, and that one looks pretty good as well, and that's exactly what will happen.
279.
279, that's otherworldly if you ask me. So Travis Young will pick up the head-to-head win. Belleville East wins 955 to 941. And that is going to do it for match number 1. Collinsville wins 3 of the 5 head-to-head matches, but they lose the overall match, 955 to 941. 3-7. Boys are down now. So we'll take a break. I need a break. I feel like I need a lot more than a break after that horrible technical stuff there. And we'll be back here in just a little bit after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KayakSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all the accessories. Rich has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahok, always a Kahok. Hashtag Kahok Family.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that, as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union strong. We are Kahok strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Go Kahawks!
All right, we're back here at Camelot Bowl. Sorry about that long commercial break, folks, but there's been a lot of movement going on around here as Eli Hay had to wait for the JV game to get over before he made those moves. So after that took place, then all the moves were made. So now Collinsville is going to go with Bradley George is going to stay in the number 1 spot. He's the only one that's staying where he was in the last match. Tatum Snyder is going to come over from the JV side, and he's going to be in the number 2 spot. Carter Williams will move from 2 to 3. Sully Fry will move from 3 to 4, and Brody Hoganson will move from 4 to 5.
Yes.
And Belleville East made one change. Their number 3 bowler, Colin McGahee, is out, and they brought in another sophomore whose name is Redmond Young. Only he spells that with a J-U-N-G, but it's pronounced Young. So now you're all caught up. And now I need to go on a break. And instead of leaving you with the ambient sound of the bowling alley, we're going to leave you with the smooth jazz sounds of Brandon Campbell.
Jazz sounds?
Sure, why not?
We'll go with that. All right. On 26, we have the new replacement Redmond Young, I think it is. Throwing on 26 here. Good start for him with a nice strike there. I believe he's a sophomore. I could be wrong. Mr. Duke will correct me when he gets back. But I believe he's a sophomore. Carter Williams is now in the 3 spot after being in the 2 spot. And he is shooting at the 1-2 and picking up his spare there. I believe this is Jaden Colheim on 26. I think that stayed the same, as that one sails off to the right and into the gutter. Coach Marcus does not look very happy about that, and I don't blame him. And now Sully Fry on 25. Almost with a 4-9, but kicking out that 4 at the last minute there. On the JV side, they're actually ahead of the varsity, as we had to wait on them to get done to pull Tatum Snyder over to the 2 spot for Collinsville. I don't know what grade Tatum Snyder is either, but I will find out. And that looks a little bit better for Mr. Colheim there, getting 7 instead of 0. Should be a fairly easy spare for Sully Fry. Yep, picking up that 9 pin. Make sure we are still on the air. We are still on the air. Travis Young on 26, the only senior for Belleville East, with a 279 last game. A very, very talented young man. He works very, very hard at his game. I'm pretty sure he's in a bowling alley every day. At one time, I had that drive. Anymore, I do not. So, Brody Hoganson in the 5 spot with a strike. What's interesting here is that Brody Hoganson and Travis Young are actually close friends. They know each other very well, and they are bowling against each other in this game here. So that one might be interesting. See if we have any friendship rivalry stuff going on there. As we move into frame 2. Collinsville will lead it off with Bradley George on 26. 10 pin there. It looked like a decent shot. I don't remember. Oh, George Smith. That's it. George Smith just threw the shot on 25. I think he's two-handed. I think they have 3 two-handers. With all the technical difficulties we had in the first game, it was a little difficult to pay attention. But we got everything sorted out. Finally got it working. We do seem to still be on the air. George Smith on 25, shooting at the 2-8. Tatum Snyder on 26. Good
Smooth jazz sounds, man.
Yeah, smooth jazz sounds, sure.
Why not?
We'll go with that.
All right, I'm back. So let's get you caught up on everything that we know so far. That boys match, we told you that Collinsville won 3 head-to-head matches. That means Belleville West won 2. So that was 3-2 in favor of Collinsville. But Belleville East, did I say West? Belleville East.
You said East.
Did I? Okay. Belleville East won the match. That's 5 extra points. So that's why you see 7-3 on your scoreboard at the top of your screen. The girls, by the way, they won 9-1. And they only lost 1 head-to-head match, and then, of course, they won the overall match. So a 9-1 score for the girls. We thank Brandon's father, Todd, for bringing us that information, because without him, my score sheet over here is so heavily redacted it looks like something out of a military file. Military secrets, they get redacted, you know. They don't redact words like the, and, to, it. Everything else is gone. So, Bradley George, Tatum Snyder, Carter Williams, Sully Fry, and Brody Hoganson. I think I got all that right.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have as many redactions on the Belleville East side. I only had 1. Raymond Young came in for Colin McGahee. So, where do we stand? We are in the middle of the second frame. And how in the world does Belleville East already have 1,037?
It's because it's factoring in the total from the last game.
Well, I wish they wouldn't do that, because that's just confusing to me.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Ah, there we go. Somebody fixed it.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Eli Hay down there taking care of business. Way to go, Eli. Helping us guys out over here. Well, especially me. I'm like, you know, clueless. I'm novice at best at this kind of stuff, and then you go and throw in numbers from the first game and the last game and this game, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
What happened?
Way too many numbers. Here is Brody Hoganson on 26 for Collinsville. He is now the anchor bowler. They want him to go up against Travis Young, which I'm surprised they didn't do in the first place. I really am. And Brody will leave up 3. And
shaking his head.
Yeah. The head coach for Belleville East, Marcus Barriger, talked to his team in between the first match and this match and said, you guys don't look like you're having much fun. He's like, have fun, high five each other, slap each other on the back, smile. So we'll see if they do that. I'm not sure.
They haven't so far.
They haven't so far?
No.
Do they? No, nobody ever listens to the head coaches, do they? Yes, coach. They'll say it.
They're supposed to.
I know, right? All right, so after 2, Collinsville has a lead of 135-122. Let's keep that up, K-Hawks. Looks like somebody for Collinsville has a foul up there.
I was going to say, did we foul?
Yeah, looks like it. That would be Carter
that was
Williams.
Carter.
Yeah. Carter Williams, after he knocked down 8, went up to try the spare and ended up fouling. So here's Bradley George, the only name that's not been redacted on my list, and he'll reward me with a strike. This is for you, Todd Duke. And here is George Smith on 26 for Belleville East. Has that big sweeping right to left curve, and he got another strike out of that. We've seen a lot of that today.
Yeah.
Pins that hit off of the sidewall will come back in and sweep that 5-pin out of the middle. And meanwhile, Tatum Snyder, who was brought over from the JV side for this second match, leaves up 1 pin.
What grade is Snyder?
Good question. I don't have, do I have that? Where is that sheet? I have a sheet. Tatum Snyder is a sophomore.
Okay, I think I guessed right.
Okay. You don't want to give false information, do you?
No. That would be bad.
That would be bad. He picked up a spare, which is good, and here is Don Coleman on 26 for Belleville East. I tell you what, Belleville East, man, for a young squad, they got it going on.
They got a lot of two-handed.
Yeah. 3 sophomores in the 1, 2, and 3 spots, and they bring in the junior Colwime and the senior Travis Young. And Young had an open frame in the first, but that was because of a split. And that was Carter Williams, correct, on 25. And Carter Williams will pick up a strike. And here is Redmond Young, who did not play over here in the first match. He was over on the JV side, so each team brought a JVer over. And Young will pick up a strike.
He got 3 in a row.
That's probably why they brought him over. He was hot. Got himself a turkey. Here is Carter Williams on 25. No, that is Sully Fry.
Yeah.
Fry will leave himself up 1. And here comes Jaden Colime on 26, but he's going to have to wait for the young man over on 27 on the JV side. Besides, I think he's looking for a new ball or backup ball or whatever it is.
I think he might be looking for a new ball.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think he's finding it, though.
no, doesn't look like it. He was looking for a...
Shammy?
Yeah, looked like it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Sully Fry could have already went, but he's decided to wait, and now he's going to go. And he will pick up his spare. Now here is Colime, the junior bowler for Belleville East on 26. Swings it over there from right to left and left up the 3, 6, and the 10. Brody Hoganson now up on 25 for Collinsville. Hoganson, a strike in the first and a spare in the second. And here is his throw here in the third. That looks good. It is good. Nice job there by the Kahok senior. And Colime leaves himself an open frame.
He doesn't look very happy about that either.
He does not. All right, so Collinsville is finished with their third frame. They went strike, spare, strike, spare, strike in the third. Belleville East started off with 3 straight strikes until Colime's open frame, and now here comes Travis Young, who just bowled a 279 in his first match. That's all.
That looks pretty good.
Yep, that looks good. Yep. He's back on it.
He's a robot.
He's like 1 open frame per.
Yeah.
I saw that on my phone earlier today. Ryan Reeves in a big old hockey fight.
Oh, I did not see
Former
that.
St. Louis Blue Ryan Reeves, man, got into a big boxing match. There you go. You want to watch it again.
I see that.
Yeah. And that was a good old-fashioned hockey fight right there, man. They went back and forth, hitting each other in the face until Ryan goes down. And I got to credit the other guy because he grabbed Ryan by the jersey as he was going down and prevented his head from hitting the ice. So that was nice. You guys got a little inside joke going on over there?
I don't know what that was.
All right. Just keep it PG-13, okay?
Okay. You don't have to worry about that.
On 25. That is George Smith, who picks up a strike. So he's got back-to-back strikes after back-to-back spares in the first 2 frames. Meanwhile, Bradley George trying to pick up the 6th pin to get himself a spare, and he will. He'll walk back before the ball even strikes the pin because he knew it was there.
Yeah, he knew it was good.
Yeah, here is Don Coleman on 25 now for Belleville East, and he'll miss the head pin. So, Marion Hall is the only one that's out from the first game, not bowling right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody else just kind of moved. Tatum Snyder left himself a mess, but all in the middle, so not too hard of a job to pick up. He does have a sleeper. He has the 1 and the 5, and that is flanked on either side by, looks like the 8 and maybe the
9.
9, yeah, okay. Coleman picks up his spare on 25. Ryan Warner is here, standing right in front of me. He was a teammate of yours, right?
He was not.
He was not. Oh, okay.
He graduated 1 year before I got to the high school.
Okay, I got you. Well, Brandon, Ryan, Brandon. Formal introductions. Tatum Snyder missed his opportunity for a spare. Only got one of those 4 that were remaining down there. Meanwhile, here is Young over on 25. I can see why they brought him over from the JV side.
Yeah. It's 4 in a row for him.
Last time I checked, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, here is Selvey Fry on 26 for Collinsville.
That's Carter
Is it?
Williams.
No, Carter. Yeah, never mind. Too many redactions on my sheet, man.
Now it's Sully Fry.
Now it's Selvey Fry. Here is Colheim over on 25 for Belleville East. He'll miss the head pin. He looks down at the foul line to make sure he didn't step over it because he did in the last game.
He did, yes.
In the 10th frame, no less.
There's been a lot of fouls today.
Yeah, you know what? That's the first time I've seen any fouls since I've been doing games here.
Got some big feet today.
Yeah. Instead of wearing a 10.5, maybe you should go down to a 10.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. And you can tell right away that Selvey Fry did not like that.
He did not like that shot.
No. Meanwhile, the girls, they haven't shut up.
No, they never do.
Man, I tell you what. There's also a bowling match going down about 5 lanes away from us. That is Metro East Lutheran versus Althoff. And only 1 pin for Colheim over on 25. He got the head pin. Everything else stayed. Here is Sully Fry trying to pick up his spare on 26. And you need everything you can get. Yes, it does. And now we're down to the anchor bowlers. Travis Young will go on 25 since he doesn't have anyone on 24 that he has to wait for.
He gets up and he goes.
Yes, he does. And he will pick up
strikes.
yet another strike. So Hoganson trying to keep up with him. And Hoganson on 26. Ready to go. Needs a strike to kind of keep up here.
It looks okay.
Yep,
Okay.
There you go. All right, so the 4th frame is over. And after that strike, Collinsville now trailing 337 to 316 as we head to the 5th frame. That's the pizza frame, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who's buying us a pizza?
My dad. Maybe?
Okay, sure. Why not? Got Emo's right next door.
That's true. Then
You like Emo's pizza?
Joe's across the street.
Yeah.
I like Joe's better.
Yeah. Emo's is okay. It's an acquired taste.
It
It's a
yes.
St. Louis style pizza, so
Yeah.
St. Louisans know what it is. If you haven't had one for like 5 or 6 years, you're like, oh yeah, this is good. But it's not one of those kind of pizzas that you can eat all the time, I don't
No.
think.
It's like once a year for me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Love their salads, though. They do have some good salad.
I'm unhealthy. I don't eat their salad.
Yeah, I only eat the chicken Caesar salad with the crispy chicken, so it's got to be the deep fried chicken, so it's not as healthy. We are beginning the 5th frame. Collinsville began it with a strike by Bradley George, and George Smith started with a strike, and here is Bradley George trying to pick up the 10 pin for a spare. It stays up there, yes it will, and he will pick up a spare.
I don't think he thought that he picked that up.
Yeah. It was kind of iffy there for a minute. Meanwhile, the 10 pin will remain up for Don Coleman. A head-to-head battle of these anchor bowlers between Brody Hoganson and Travis Young, separated by 1 pin, 70 to 69. And right now, Hoganson has the 1 pin lead, so that's something to keep an eye on as we keep on going through this second match.
Those two are actually, I was saying this while you were away, those two are actually close friends.
Are they?
And they bowl together a lot, so
Yeah.
I think they got a little friendship rivalry going on.
Yeah. I'm sure they're happy that they were paired together in the
Yeah.
second match now, right? Tatum Snyder left up the 6 and the 10 over on 25, so he's trying to pick that up right now. And he will. And look it down on my phone, make sure we're still on.
Still in the air.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
Yeah. That was the first thing I looked at when I came back from the restroom. Here is Redmond Young, the sophomore, who has nothing but strikes, and that continues. Man. 5 in a row.
It's a Yahtzee.
Yes, it is. And almost the 6-10 left up over there for Carter Williams, but he managed to take care of the 10 pins. Now he just has to deal with the 6. Here is Jaden Colheim on 26 for Belleville East. And he'll roll that one in there, but he'll leave up the 3, 6, and the 10. Carter Williams trying to pick up his team's 3rd straight spare here in this 5th frame.
Restart.
Yep.
Balk.
I know about restarts. I do that 3 times here on this computer. And it's weird, man, when the hotspot knocks you off the air,
Yeah.
it doesn't stop streaming. And then when you hit the button that says stop streaming, it
doesn't
says
like it.
stopping stream, and then it just stays there. And then I have to close everything down, bring everything back up, and then it comes back on. It's like, would you like to restart in safe mode or normal mode? I don't know. I still, after all these years, 15 years I've been doing this, and I still don't have really any idea of why things happen and how I can make them not happen anymore. I just kind of
go with the flow.
I just kind of do the restart thing. I shut down the computer, even shut the laptop completely, and said, you know what, I'm gonna give the computer a rest because I need a rest. Sully Fry left himself a little bit of a mess over there. He's got the 1, 2, and the 4, and then the 10. Meanwhile, another strike for Travis Young. Belleville East is finished with their 5th frame. Collinsville still has one more throw here from Sully Fry, and then Brody Hoganson will get his final turn before we wrap up things here in the 5th.
Getting a pep talk here on
Yeah.
the JV side.
Yep.
Good spare.
Right in the middle of the game. They're getting ready to enter the 5th over on the JV side. So now Hoganson trying to keep pace with Travis Young. Young has an open frame. Hoganson has strike, spare, strike, strike. Travis Young's open frame came in the 1st. Since then, 4 straight strikes, and now Hoganson trying to make it 4 strikes.
Oh boy.
And he will leave the 10 pin up.
Yeah. I think he would have liked to have a strike there.
Is the JV girls, do they have 5 bowlers now?
I think they might have extras from East.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. I was curious about that because normally this year they've only had 3.
3, yeah. I think we still have 3, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
All right.
Good spare.
Hoganson will pick up his spare. That'll do it for the 5th frame. And after 5 frames in the books, Belleville East still has a lead of 452 to 419. So Collinsville, if they want to make a comeback, got to start now. We're halfway through the 2nd match. Collinsville lost the 1st match. That cost them 5 points. They picked up 3 of the 5 head-to-head matches, so that's where their 3 points came from that you see at the top of your screen. So they have got to start the comeback at some point. How about we start with Bradley George here on 26 for Collinsville. Down 26 it goes. And a little tiny split over on the right-hand side. What is that, the 3 and the 10?
3 and the 10, yep.
Yeah. Here is George Smith over on 25, and he'll leave a worse split. He's got the 4 and the 7 and then the 6. I like our guy's chances better.
Yeah. That's a little easier.
A little bit. We'll see what young Mr. Bradley George, the sophomore, can do with this. It's on the way. And looks pretty good. There you go. That's exactly the way you need to hit it. Nick that forward pin on the right-hand side. Kick it over into the corner for the 10. Let's see what George Smith can do with this mess over here on 25. About the only thing you can do is go for the 2.
Yeah.
And hope that one kicks off one of the walls and comes back, but that did not happen, so he'll leave himself an open frame. Here is Tatum Snyder for Collinsville on 26. Oh, boy, that was close to going in the gutter. He knew it as soon as he let it go, too.
You got 3?
Yeah, I think so. So a chance here for Don Coleman to make some noise. Coleman had an open frame in his last go-round in the 5th. And he will just barely hit the head pin. Had a pin slide right in front of the pin that's remaining, which I believe is what, the 4?
That's the 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. Depth perception isn't what it used to be, man.
That might have been the 4 that slid in front of it.
Yeah, Tatum Snyder can't pick up the spare on 26. And he's like, man, he's like, a lot of pressure on me, man. Coach brought me over here for a reason, and now I'm letting him down. Here is Coleman on 25 for the Lancers. He'll take care of his spare. Carter Williams readies himself on 26.
I believe we're making a switch from JV to varsity, but I can't tell yet.
Who?
I don't know, but I think they're going to go in for Tatum Snyder.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Who's going to come in? Do
It's
we know?
the other Fry.
The other Fry.
I don't remember the older one's name.
That would be Simon.
Simon, that's it.
More redactions, man. Pretty soon I'm going to have so many redactions, it's going to be a black piece of paper.
Just need a new piece of paper.
I do. I got an extra one, but I'm afraid to start writing down names on it.
Then they'll start changing stuff
Man,
again.
well, yeah, I know. That's why I'm just relying on your dad. He'll bring me a sheet and let me know who's doing what.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Does he even know that Simon Fry came in? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, he probably does.
Okay. All right. So here is Redmond Young, who did not get a strike, so that breaks his 5 in a row. He did get 9, left up the 10, and he's going for the 10 now, and he's going to throw it in the gutter. So he went from 5 straight strikes to an open frame. Meanwhile, here is Sully Fry. Well, one wears glasses. I'm glad I know. Yeah, we got that. We got that.
Yeah,
We're good. You're a little late there, Todd, with 1D.
That's what we were looking at him for.
Yeah.
That's probably why he brought up the paper.
Probably because we were looking at him. What are they looking at me for? Oh, look, they made a change. I better tell them. That was
I got it. I'm on top of it.
Jaden Colheim gets a strike on 25. Here is Brody Hoganson. 99-99 between these two. And that one looks good. And Travis Young, I would imagine he's going to match.
What's
Look
he
at that.
doing?
Brody smiled.
Shooting a basket?
Yeah, he smiled right after that, too.
That's a strike. Yep.
Yep.
Don't even need to watch it go through the pins.
Yep. So 129 to 119 between those two now because Travis Young was coming off of a strike in the 5th frame while Brody was coming off a spare. So all of a sudden, it's a 10-point difference, 10-pin difference. All right, we are into the 7th now. 5:54 for Belleville East, 5:04 for Collinsville. So the Canucks are 50 pins down as we enter the 7th frame. And here is George Smith for Belleville East to start that 7th frame off. He'll leave up the 10 pin. Bradley George over on 25.
The 2 Georges.
Yeah, 2 Georges. And he will leave up the opposite. He'll leave up the 7. So between them both, we have a 7-10 split.
Yep. It's preferably not field goal one of these.
Yeah, no doubt, right? We have more basketball coming up for you the next 2 days, 2 nights, I should say. Lady Canucks involved in both of them. As Bradley George will pick up his 7-pin, and now George Smith trying for his 10-pin. And he looks like he will miss it. That one kind of spun away from him at the last second. So advantage to the other George, Bradley George. George is his last name, but there's no E on the end of George.
No, there's not.
Yeah. And then you have George Smith, who has the traditional spelling of George. Meanwhile, Simon Fry comes in from the JV side and picks up a strike.
The one with glasses.
Yes, the one with the glasses. Here's Don Coleman on 26, who's going up against Simon Fry after Fry comes in for Tatum Snyder.
How did you get 9 out of that?
I don't know. Looked like he was going to leave up 3, and all of a sudden 2 of them went bye-bye. Boys basketball team is off on Friday. This is their Southwestern Conference bye week. You have 7 teams in the Southwestern Conference. One of them is not going to play, and this is Collinsville's week to not play. They lost a tough one last night at Belleville West, and then they get to come back next week. And nothing's going to be easy for the Kahok basketball team, because I was watching Carter Williams here, and that's not going to be easy for him either.
No.
Next week, Collinsville will host East St. Louis on Tuesday and then go to Alton on Friday. That is going to be a tough couple of games for the Kahawks. The East St. Louis Flyers are 14-1 on the year. And Alton handed Collinsville a pretty lopsided loss at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium to open up Southwestern Conference play. Back at the end of November, beginning of December, somewhere around there. Here's Carter Williams. He'll take out two of the four that he left up there. Lady Kahawk basketball we have for you. We're going to be at Edwardsville tomorrow night. Not an easy task for your Lady Kahawks. They picked up their first Southwestern Conference win last night at home against Belleville West, and then the Lady Kahawks will take the home court on Friday against Pattonville in a non-conference matchup. Here is Sully Fry on 25 for Collinsville, and he'll wipe them all out.
Pattonville is a Missouri school?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thought so.
3 straight spares by Sully Fry, and he finally picks up a strike. Matter of fact, he does not have an open frame. He went spare, strike, spare, 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 strike.
Yeah.
Here is Redmond Young, who interrupted his 5 strikes in a row with an open frame in the 6th. But he picks up where he left off with a strike here. Here is Brody Hoganson on 25, trying to keep pace with Travis Young. Man, that's going to be a lot of pressure because you know you can't make a mistake.
No.
And Brody leaves up the 10 pin. Travis Young's like, I got you.
He hasn't thrown a bad shot. He just can't get the 10 pin out.
Yeah. Colheim on 26. Before we even get to Travis Young. Colheim rolled a 171 his first go-round, and he'll leave up 3 all on the right-hand side. Hoganson trying to take care of his 10-pin. Hoganson with a 216 his first time around, and he led the Kahawks. Collinsville had 3 bowlers over 200 in that first match. Hoganson's 216, Sully Fry's 211, and Bradley George's 202. The only one who bowled over 200 in Belleville East first match was Travis Young's 279. Yeah, that's a pretty big number, though. And a nice job there by Colheim to pick up his spare. So now Travis Young is the only bowler left between us and the 8th frame. Travis Young going for 6 in a row. Has to wait for the young man from Collinsville over here on the JV side who's got a sleeper. He got it.
I don't know who that is.
I do not know who that is either. Yeah. I'm having a hard time with the varsity side, let alone the JV side. And 2 pins remain up for Travis Young. I think he was talking to the pins before he left.
Yeah.
What's your problem? What makes you so good? Why didn't you go down? 4 and the 7 remain for Travis Young, so that will help out the head-to-head match here for Brody Hoganson. Hoganson, though, just got a spare. Hoganson does not have an open frame either. Strike, spare, strike, strike, spare, strike, spare. And a spare now for Mr. Young, who now has 157 compared to Hoganson's 139. Overall, 640 for Belleville East, 589 for Collinsville, so they fall now 59 pins behind Belleville East with just 3 frames left. So if a comeback is going to happen, it needs to happen now.
Yeah.
George Smith will get us going here in the 8th frame for Belleville East. He does so, and he does so with a strike. So now Bradley George trying to keep up.
Without the E.
Without the E. No E in George. Looks like there's no I in teamwork. Ooh, Bradley George with no E is going to wish that he had an extra vowel to take out one of those pins. Left himself a bit of a split. Last time he had a small split and he got it. This one's going to be a little tougher. Here's Don Coleman on 25 for Belleville East.
I don't know that an extra vowel would have helped with that.
I don't think so either. It just sounded like a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
Strike for Coleman. And we will see what Bradley George can do here. Obviously aiming for the 2 pins and hoping that something kicks out, and it did not. So Bradley George will have his second open frame. He had the same thing in the first, a 7 split 2. In between, spares and strikes. Well, 1 strike and the rest spares.
Including the 310 that he picked up.
Yeah, exactly. Which is not registered up there as a split, is it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I can see it now. All right, here is Simon Fry. He'll pick up a strike and come back with a big Cheshire grin on his face.
He says, I'll take that.
Like, yeah, you guys asked why they brought me over. Now you see why they brought me over. Here is Young on 25 for Belleville East. Left up the 10 pin. He's had a pretty good game. 5 straight strikes, and then an open, then a strike, and now he's got this 9 with a 10 pin left. Meanwhile, Carter Williams down 26. And he'll pick up a strike. Told you that comeback's got to start now.
Might be his
outside
best shot of the day.
outside that Bradley George open frame, which, you know, sometimes the pins don't fall your way and you get left a split and there's nothing you can do. That's another miss, though, by Young. It's the second time he's missed the 10 pin, right?
He's either struck or left the 10 pin.
Yep. Excuse me. All right. Here is Sully Fry, and he will leave up a split as well. Not ideal. Meanwhile, Jaden Colime on 25 for Belleville East. Lots of movement on his ball, picks up a strike. He's the only bowler that wasn't over 100 when he started this frame, and now he's right at 100.
I think he's going to be over since he struck, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. All right. Sully Fry trying to pick up this, what has he got left, the 1-2-10?
Yes.
He's got a beat on that 1-2, but couldn't kick anything over for the 10, so he'll leave an open frame. So that's 2 open frames here in the 8th, and that does not warrant a comeback. Here is Travis Young on 25, and he'll leave up the same 2 pins he left up last time to set the 4 and the 7. So if Hoganson wants a chance to catch him, he's going to have to throw a strike here.
He can do it, right?
Yes, he can. We've seen it before.
He's done it 4 times in this game.
Yes, he has. Travis Young will take care of his spare. I think Brody wanted to wait until he's completely finished before he went up there.
So he can know what he needs to do.
Yep. 175 right now is what Travis Young has, and a 139 working off of a spare in the 7th for Hoganson. So right now, if he strikes, what is he going to have, a 149 because they'll wait for the next frame to add on?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Down 26 it goes for Hoganson. That looks good, and it is good.
Yep.
And a strike will exactly give him a 159, add 20, but Hoganson is going to be bowling the 9th frame working off of a strike, while Travis Young is going to be working off of a spare, so advantage goes to Hoganson if he can strike again. All right, so here we go in the 9th frame. Collinsville down 726 to 673, so they made up just a little bit of ground there, not much.
Not enough.
Nope. Bradley George will leave the 10 pin up. Boy, he really wanted to strike. You could tell by the body language.
He did.
Here is the other George, George Smith, down 26 for Belleville East. And he will hit the wrong side of the head pin and leave up 2.
The 3 and the 6. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So George probably real happy that he doesn't have a split this time because he had back-to-back splits in the last couple of frames. And aiming for that 10 pin, he'll hit it. And George Smith will try to pick up this 3-6 combo. And he will do that too. Simon Fry on 25 with the Cheshire grin.
Yeah.
See if he can come back with another one of those with that purple and white ball. And no,
almost.
Not this time.
He's still got a smile on
He's
his
got a
face,
smile, but it's not a Cheshire grin like the last one. He was just mocking everybody last time. Don Coleman is his head-to-head competition. He goes down 26, and he'll leave up 2. Simon Fry on 25, trying to take care of this spare, and he will. And now Don Coleman will try to keep up. Coleman right now has the advantage as far as the head-to-head goes. Collinsville, Bradley George and Simon Fry both sitting at a 141 right now. And both trailing their opponents. Carter Williams on 25. And he'll pick up a strike.
I don't think Coach liked that one.
No?
There. Yeah, he didn't seem to like it, but it struck, so.
Yeah. Don Coleman had to wait it out for the JVer over here on 27. He finally goes up there and picks up his spare. And here is Sully Fry on 25. Sully. Got it. Back-to-back strikes here for Collinsville. After starting off with two spares by George and Simon Fry. Carter Williams and Sully Fry pick up strikes for their team. Back-to-back spares to start off for George Smith and Don Coleman. Now Redmond Young due up over on 26. Once again has to wait for the JVer to finish up over there on 27. Young on 26. Well, this time he didn't leave up the 10 pin.
10, no.
Yeah. Brody Hoganson on 25 for Collinsville, the anchor bowler in this second match for the Kahawks. Working on a strike in the last frame. Needs another one here, and he will leave up the, what is that, the 8?
That's the 8.
Oh, I can't stand it when you leave the 8.
That was a really good shot.
Sure was. The 8 just wasn't having it.
No.
Didn't want to participate. The non-participating 8. Redmond Young has a couple of pins left to deal with. And he's going to miss them. Kid was on fire early, man.
Strike or spare, or open for him.
Yeah, an open. So far, he doesn't have any spares. It's either all strikes and 3 opens. Here is Hoganson trying not to get an open. Oh, and he just did. I just jinxed him, didn't I? Oh. That did he not need going head-to-head with Travis. Here is Jaden Colheim on 26. And he will pick up a strike.
Still doesn't look very happy, though.
I don't think he's smiled yet.
No, I don't think he has either.
So that leaves things up to Travis Young to send us to the all-important 10th frame. Collinsville right now already trailing by 34 points. Or no, that's... Never mind. That'll change anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. And 8-14 for Belleville, East-7-60 for Collinsville. So it is going to take a varsity girls win game 2, 9-1 also. So 18-2. Nice job. Kellen Stevens with a 239.
Those nice notes that we have.
I know. I save them.
All
right.
Add it to the collection.
Here we go in the 10th frame. George Smith is going to get this 10th frame kicked off over on 25 for Belleville East. Does so with a strike. Bradley George. Not going to be able to catch George Smith, I don't think.
Probably not.
And he's going to give it a try, though, isn't he? Strike. Still 21 pins behind George Smith. Speaking of George Smith, he's about ready to throw his second here in the 10th.
You got up there quick.
Yeah. And that one was well close over to the gutter, but he left the 1 and the 2. Here is Bradley George for Collinsville on 26. And he will leave up 1 as well.
Tired over here.
You are?
Yeah.
I am too. Last night's basketball game went kind of late. Well, the JV game went late. The varsity game didn't get started until almost 8 o'clock. Scheduled for 7:30. Oh, threw one in the gutter.
So that's 190.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 190 for George Smith. 4 pins better than his 186 that he threw in the first match. And Bradley George, who beat George Smith in the first one, will drop the second one, as Bradley George ended up with a 171. So now our second bowlers. Here's Don Coleman on 26. He'll leave up the 7 pin. Simon Fry on 26. I don't think he can catch up either.
I don't believe so.
And he will leave up the 3 and the 6. So the Lady Cahoks up 18-2. They are undefeated. Did you know that?
I did know that, actually.
Yeah. They came into today's match 6-0. And it looks like they're going to leave this match 7-0. Don Coleman picked up his spare. Simon Fry trying to do the same over here on 26.
Looks good.
And he will. Excuse me.
The girls are still making a lot of noise over there.
That's what girls do, man.
They're into game 3 already.
Yeah, they are.
Usually the boys are faster.
Yep. We had that delay while
Yeah.
they waited over here for the JVers to get through. A split for Don Coleman. Or that was his last ball anyway,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he ended up with a 181. And Simon Fry has one more throw, and he's sitting at a 159, so he will not catch up. And now he's going to wait while Redmond Young will throw on 25.
I think he went to grab a different ball. He didn't
think
like
so.
that purple one.
Yep. And Redmond Young left up the most pins he's left up all game. There is Simon's last throw, and he picked the right ball because he ends up with a strike and ends up with a 169, but he will still drop the head-to-head match to Don Coleman, who ended up with a 181. Collinsville right now looking like they're in line to win one of the head-to-head matches here, and that looks like it's going to be Sully Fry going up against Jaden Colime. Here is Carter Williams on 26, and he'll pick up a strike.
He slid that pin over.
Yeah, Redmond Young, he's got 4 pins left over there on 25. So not quite over yet. It all depends on what Young can do here, and he will pick up a strike, so he'll have one more throw.
Still on the air.
Good. Why is there still, never mind. I think they're trying to do some computer stuff down there.
Yeah, Carter slid that pin
Yeah.
over.
Now it's stuck.
Now it's stuck. So they have
Yeah.
to call that back,
Yeah.
which they just did. So
Well, it's not going to come down again, is it? It
no,
did.
no.
It did. They're going to shut the lane off and have to go down there and manually move that pin.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Redmond Young ended up with a 202, which, earlier in the game when he had 5 straight strikes, I would have thought he would have been a lot higher than that.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too.
Yeah. He had a little rough second half of this match. I think we're ready to go on 26 now.
We are.
So Carter Williams trying to pick up a spare to keep his frame alive. And he will have one more throw, but still cannot catch the 202 from Mr. Young. Here is Jaden Colime, and he'll have a mess to deal with down there. 3-6-10, and then over in the corner to 7. Yep, girls are already into the second frame of their final match of the night. And here is Carter Williams with his final throw here in this second match. He'll do it with a strike, but like I said, it's not enough to catch up with that 202. He'll end up with a 190. So that is 3 head-to-head matches that Belleville East has won here. Jaden Colheim on 25 will give it his best shot, and he does it. How about that?
That's pretty impressive.
That was pretty impressive. Here is Sully Fry going head-to-head with Mr. Colheim, and Sully doesn't like that one.
It
Left
almost
up
struck.
the 10 is wobbling. Almost got a strike out of that. Well, Sully's going to win the head-to-head matchup anyway.
Yeah.
There is Colheim. He'll get that strike to end the second match. He'll end up with a 156. And before Sully Fry can even throw his next pin, he already has or next ball, he has a 168, so he'll win that head-to-head matchup. And then I don't think that Brody Hoganson can catch up with Travis Young.
I don't think so. Even with an open frame from Young, I still think that's not enough.
Yeah.
And that's probably a strike anyways.
Oh, he left up the 10. Sully Fry trying to pick up his 10 over here on 26.
Yep.
And he will, so he'll have one more throw.
We're going to grab a different ball here.
We're trying to get to the third and final match, but
We got to grab a different ball.
yeah. Well, I don't know what Travis Young's waiting on, though.
I think he's also going to look at a different ball.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Sully Fry has the ball he wants.
He does not have
Travis
shoes
Young
on.
looks like he has the ball he wants, though, too, and he will let it go down to 25, and he will pick up yet another strike. And he will end up with a 225.
Not quite as good as 279.
Not quite as good, but you know what? I would take a 225.
I would also take a 225.
Sully Fry still not ready to go here with his final ball.
I think he's ready to go now.
It's a little high maintenance. Now he's ready. And he lets it go. Belleville East is already done. They bowled a team 954. That is just one pin less than what they threw in that first game. Collinsville had a 941, and I don't believe they're going to get there.
No. They might get to, is that 885 up there right now?
Yes.
Okay. They might get to 900.
Sully Fry ended up with a 178, and that beat the 156 by Jaden Colheim. And here is Brody Hoganson, the only player left standing between us and the third and final match, and he will leave one up. He was not going to catch the 225 of Travis Young anyway. Glad I wrote that down when I did, because they just took all that off their screen already.
Yeah, those screens clear really fast.
Hoganson trying to pick up his spare. JVers are 1.5 bowlers away from finishing up their second match as well.
That looks better.
Brody gets that last one, and he'll have one more chance here to break the 200 mark. I don't think he can, though.
He can only shoot
197,
197.
yeah. Brody shot a 216 on his first go-around.
He is also going to look at a different ball.
Sure, why not? Let's everybody go bowling ball shopping.
Bowling balls are expensive.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I spent money on one. When I go bowling now, I just use the lane balls. Here's Hoganson. His final throw of match number 2 is on the way. And he will leave up one again.
The 196.
And he will end up with a 196, as my esteemed colleague mentioned. That gives Travis Young the win. So Belleville East will pick up 4 of the 5 head-to-head matches, plus they'll get the extra 5 points. And we will
Might be on the other side of the paper.
Huh?
Other
Okay.
side of the paper.
Other side's got the individual stuff?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, thank you. And got the girl stuff, too. All right, so we will take a break and come back and set you up for match number 3. We'll let you know if there's any changes. I don't know if they're going to be doing any or not. Everybody's kind of in a huddle here. Belleville East over to the left, and the boys for Collinsville right underneath the, well, you can see the top of the head there of Marion Hall, and that's where everybody's kind of gathered around. But we will take a break and come back and bring you the third and final match of the night, and we'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! All Fluffed Up Grooming Salon in Caseyville is your go-to place to get that pampered treatment for your fur baby. All Fluffed Up offers one-on-one grooming sessions by skilled and professional groomers, focusing on a stress-free and fear-free experience for both pup and pup parent. Owned and operated by former Kahok Jenny Eves, All Fluffed Up in Caseyville offers nail trimming, ear cleanings, bathing, and fur trimming, as well as full cuts. All Fluffed Up Grooming Salon in Caseyville, 16 East Reynolds Street. Call Jenny Eves for an appointment at 618-855-8533. Mobile grooming coming soon. That's All Fluffed Up in Caseyville, 618-855-8533.
Looking for some unique food options, super cold drinks, and a fun atmosphere with an attentive staff? Look no further than Hurricanes Bar and Grill in Collinsville. Owned and operated by former Kahok State soccer champ Tim Johnson, Hurricanes has been one of the area's great meeting places for fun, food, live sports and music, and video gaming. Daily specials like Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, and Fish Fridays. Hurricanes will tackle those hunger pains. Hurricanes is always open during all of Uptown Collinsville's Main Street festivals. Hurricanes is the place to satisfy your hunger and thirst needs. Hurricanes Bar and Grill, 222 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call for carryout orders at 618-345-0846. 618-345-0846. Mike and Sarah's Produce in Collinsville is a one-stop destination for seasonal fruits, vegetables, and more. Located at 116 North Bluff Road, Mike and Sarah's Produce features fresh selections of your favorite fruits and veggies, from cherries, peaches, and watermelons to corn, tomatoes, and zucchini. You can find all of your produce needs at Mike and Sarah's. Seasonal favorites such as pumpkins in the fall, summer peaches, spring asparagus, and more. Plus, Mike and Sarah's Produce is a go-to in the spring for flowered plants, hanging baskets, and a large selection of fresh seafood. Mike and Sarah's Produce, 116 North Bluff Road in Collinsville. Stop by today. Once again, we welcome you back here to Camelot Bowl. Todd Duke and Brandon Campbell along with you. No changes for either team following whoever was bowling in the 10th frame in the last match, that's who's bowling in this match. So no changes, just lots of talking. Belleville East ended their conversation long before Collinsville did. We're just underway, just two bowlers in to the first frame here of this final matchup, and Collinsville too far back to catch up now, I would think. Wouldn't you?
Yes, more than likely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, 16-4.
Yeah.
So the best they can do is 10.
Yes.
16-14.
Technically, they could win the total, too, but I don't remember how many that's worth.
Yeah.
That's a question for my dad.
Yeah. So they would have to, like, bowl otherworldly here.
Yes.
And I think Travis Young might have something to say about that.
Yeah, he might.
So, anyway, Collinsville ended up getting just 1 point in that last match as Belleville East ends up winning 4 of the 5, so that's their 4 points, plus you add the 5 for winning the actual head-to-head match. By the way, that final was 954 to 904, so Collinsville did lose by 50 pins in that second match after they only lost by 14 in the first match. So they had a nice long talk. Coach Sean Hay and Eli Hay were in on the conversation, and the girls over here are just rolling right along.
Yeah.
So they decided to switch roles, and now Eli is over there taking care of the girls, and Sean Hay is over here trying to guide the boys to a comeback and try to win this third and final match of the night. So for the time being, Brandon, all yours, buddy.
Smooth jazz. Here we go. All right. Travis Young, I don't know what pin he left up, but with a 9 spare there. And this is Sully Fry for Collinsville with the 1-2-4-7 left. For those wondering, Tatum Snyder, who was in the beginning part of this game on varsity, in the last game, got moved back to JV. He had a few 3 counts, and that's what got him pulled off the varsity and then put back on JV. And he shot 247, finished out Simon's game with a 247 over on JV. So varsity can be very intimidating, so I would imagine that is probably what he felt. But yeah, so we are almost into frame number 2 with Brody Hoganson. Speaking of Hoganson, Tiffany Hoganson, his mom, wanted to get a shout out on the air. So while I'm thinking of that, shout out Tiffany Hoganson. Brody leaving up a 10 pin on 26. The girls are really rolling along here. They're in frame 5 of game 3. Coach Marcus is pushing me here. Girls are in frame 5 of game number 3, while the boys are still in frame 1. So usually it's the other way around, but we're taking our time here on the boys' side today. But I'm hungry. So see if we can get this rolling a little bit faster here, so I can eat some food. Food is important. All the kids out there, food is important. Don't be like me. Make sure you eat enough food, because I don't. You can ask my girlfriend that, who's in the car listening right now, by the way. Shout out, Emily. Hi, Emily. All right, frame 2. With, I forgot his name. Oh, George Smith on 26, leaving up the 9 pin. And then Bradley George on 25, leaving up the 7. All right. George Smith shooting at the 9 pin on 26. Good spare there by Mr. Smith. And Mr. Bradley George on 25, shooting at the 7. And a good spare there by Bradley George. We go into the second bowler for each team of frame number 2. Getting this show on the road. Don Coleman leaving up the 6 and the 10 for East. And Simon Fry on 25 with a good strike there. The only way I can tell those two apart is the glasses. Otherwise, they look the same. If I'm not mistaken, there is also an older brother. I don't know his name, but he looks very similar. And Don Coleman chopping the 6 off the 10 on that. Carter Williams on 25. The two-handed specialist. Good strike there. This is Redmond Young on 26, staying in the 3 spot after that 202 with a lot of strikes, and that is way left, just chopping the 7 off the full rack. And now Sully Fry, the other one of the twins. Oh, that was a disgusting strike, but hey, they all fell. That's all that matters. I would take that in a heartbeat. As Mr. Duke mentioned, we had a coaching swap here. Sean came over from the girls' side, went to the boys, and then Coach Eli went back over to the girls' side to take his place. See if they can get something going on the boys' side with the coaching change. And Ryan Warner is on the JV boys still. And Coach Joe is down with the JV girls. So that is the coaching lineup for all 4 teams here today. Brody Hoganson on 25, leaving up the 3 and the 6. And Jaden Colheim on 26, another two-hander. That looks like the 4-7-9. As Brody Hoganson gets ready to shoot at the spare on 25, the 3 and the 6, as I mentioned. That looks good. He did get 2 there. Coach Sean was a little worried about that. Chopping one of them off. Still in the air. We're still good there. Just getting 2 there for Jaden Colheim on 26. And Travis Young back for Belleville East.
How's that smooth jazz, buddy?
It's going.
Sorry, I got to interrupt you with some rock and roll, though. Rock and roll sounds of Todd Duke. The smooth jazz sounds of Brandon Campbell. All right, 2 frames in the books, right?
Yes.
All right, Collinsville with a 136-121 lead. I've noticed that Collinsville gets off to the early lead, but Belleville East, man, they're kind of relentless. They're very, they're very methodical.
Yes.
And they just keep on doing what they're doing and wait for the other team to make a mistake.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Collinsville has made a couple of those, and that's why they've shuffled all the decks a few times, except for this final time. Girls, they're going to finish up well early. Normally it's backwards,
It's the opposite.
man.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah, they're already in the 6th frame of their final match. JV girls, automatic forfeit because they only have 3 players.
Yes.
And I was talking to your dad. He said he knows that the JV boys won their first match, but he's not sure what they did the second match.
That I don't know. I was not paying attention.
Yeah,
to the
I wasn't
last
either.
one.
He'll find out for me and write it down on the very last piece of paper
Yeah,
he gives
will.
me. Yeah. All right, so we're starting off the third. And George Smith has a split. Meanwhile, Bradley George picked up his spare, and he has 3 straight spares to start off this third and final match of the night. And here is George Smith, and he can only get 1 of his 2 on the split. So he has 2 open frames out of his first 3. Here is Simon Fry on 26 for Collinsville. You been keeping up with all this while I was gone?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was having a little bit of a conversation with your dad back there. I told him how much I really like enjoying these. I enjoy doing these games with you, Brandon. You're a lot of fun.
I try.
You're kind of the quiet fun.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I went to smooth jazz. Hope everybody enjoys listening to us because I enjoy having you here. It's a lot better than standing up here and doing it by myself. I always prefer to have somebody to bounce stuff off of, and I have a hard time finding anybody to do volleyball with me. I've gone through a few incarnations of color commentators in volleyball, and none of them wants to stick around. I don't know if it's me. Is it me? I took a shower. All right, so unfortunately an open frame there for Simon Fry. Coach Hay standing there with his arms crossed.
We're still in the air.
Yeah, everybody can see the top of his head. He always stands there and you can just see the top of his head.
I still think we need to put a fresh coat of wax on it.
Yeah,
Make it nice and shiny.
right. Buff it up a little bit. Don Coleman, I hope he never listens to these things
hope
anyway.
he doesn't either.
Or else he'd probably come back and go, hey, man, you guys going to quit talking about my head? Here is Carter Williams with a strike on 26. He says safe. Oh, he's making a sub?
Making a sub for East.
For Don Coleman, I think he said
Yes.
number 2.
I don't know who's going in.
All right, so turn yourself down and ask him, and I'll write it down.
I'm going to step away for a minute.
All right.
It's this one, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Okay.
All right. All right, meanwhile, here is Sully Fry on 26. He'll leave the 7 up. So we'll find out here in a minute who the substitute is for Belleville East. I think he said it's going to be for Don Coleman. I'm not sure if that's what he said, but he's got 3 open frames, does Coleman, so that might be who he's going to sub. And meanwhile, here is Redmond Young, who came in after the first game for Colin McGahee. And he'll miss his ball. He had 5 straight strikes to start off that second match and kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut. Here is Sully Fry on 26 for Collinsville, trying to pick up that 7-pin, and he will. Travis Young, spare and a strike. Brody Hoganson, spare. We are down to Hoganson for Collinsville. We are still waiting for Jaden Colheim, unless that's who they're subbing for. Nope, he's stepping up right now. So Jaden Colheim will throw one down 25 before Hoganson will come up over here on 26. And Colheim seems kind of shocked that he got himself a strike. Hoganson trying to keep up once again with Travis Young. And Hoganson, he looks at his feet, but he gets a strike out of it anyway. And he's walking back like, I don't know how I did that, but I did. Here's Travis Young on 26, and he will pick up another strike, so he's making it tough on Brody. We go to the 4th. Collinsville up 231 to 195. Both teams have a couple of guys that had strikes in that last frame, so that'll add to it on the 4th frame as we get going here with Bradley George over on 26. And George lets it fly, and he will leave the 10 pin up. It wobbled for just a second, but not enough. Here's George Smith on 26 for Belleville East. And he will leave up 2. The 6 and the 10 remain for young Mr. Smith. So each bowler trying to pick up a spare. Bradley George first on 25. Going for that 10 pin, and he will hit it. And now George Smith will go for his 6-10 combo, and he will hit that one as well. So here is Simon Fry getting ready to go on 25. We'll see who steps up for Don Coleman. I think that's who they said they were going to sub, but I wouldn't know by looking at the guy what his name is. And how about a strike for Simon Fry while I have that conversation? Now this looks like Colin McGahee is going to come back in. That I do know. And McGahee will pick up a strike as well. McGehee, MC. Big G, E-H-E-E. Here is Carter Williams on 25. How about back-to-back strikes here for Collinsville, and a turkey for Carter Williams. After he had an open in the first, he has a strike in the second, third, and now here in the fourth. Redmond Young, who took the place of Colin McGee in the second game. Colin McGee, excuse me. And Redmond Young on 26 looks good, but he will leave up the 6 pin. Sully Fry over on 25 now for Collinsville. He'll leave up the 6 and the 10 also. It seems to be a rash of 6 and 10s going on around here. Girls basketball for you tomorrow at Edwardsville. Big Southwestern Conference win for Collinsville last night. Taking care of Belleville West at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, but it'll be tough to go to Edwardsville and try to beat those Lady Tigers. Always have a good basketball team. And then they will come home Friday and take on Pattonville. That is a varsity-only game, so that's a 6:30 start instead of a 7:30 start. So we'll be on the air a little early, which means we get out a little early. Sully Fry picked up his spare, and Young will not on 26. Now Brody Hoganson is up here for Collinsville on 25. Kahawks have a spare, strike, spare here in the fourth. See what Hoganson can do. And he'll whip it on in there for a strike. So 3 strikes and 2 spares here in the fourth frame for the Kahawks. Meanwhile, Jaden Colheim on 26 for Belleville East. And that would look good. Nice pocket there. He'll come back with a strike. And that'll leave things up to Travis Young. Young just has to wait for his JV counterpart to get out of his way, and then he can go. That is taken care of. And Young, down 26, will leave up the 6 and 10. I told you, we've got an epidemic here of leaving 6s and 10s.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Colin McGahee.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I recognized him.
Yep. I had to get some snacks. I'm hungry.
I got you, man. So am I. That's why I downed a little bit of Reese's Pieces there at the end of that last one. All right, we're going to the 5th frame. Collinsville up 328 to 272. Kahawks no open frames in that fourth, while Belleville East had 1. Each team had 2 spares. Belleville East had 2 strikes, but Collinsville had 3, so that'll help out the team scores.
That coaching change is working so far.
Yeah, seems to be. Gonna coach Eli right out of a job, man.
Yeah.
Now I think that was probably just a simple move to do since the girls are just rolling right along over there. They've only given up 2 head-to-head battles, and they've dominated over there, 18-2. And Bradley George will start off with a strike. He has no open frames so far. 4 spares and a strike for the young Kahawk sophomore, Bradley George. Here is the other George, George Smith trying to pick up a spare on 25. He'll miss. A little bit too much spin going on with that one. Simon Fry on 26 for Collinsville. Not that much of a curve on his ball, that's for sure. Not as much as some of the other guys.
The Twins bowl radically different. I just noticed that.
And how about a 10-pin left over there for Colin McGehee, sorry, I keep on saying that wrong. McGehee, another sophomore in high school with a full beard.
Yeah.
He didn't have a full beard until I was in the Army.
I can't grow facial hair, so.
That's because you got to shave every day, man. Yeah. I didn't grow facial hair until I joined the Army, and they made me shave. I kept on getting yelled at. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't have any hair on my face. And he's like, there's peach fuzz. I will see you every morning. I am going to stand in front of the mirror with you and watch you shave. And what do you know? Like 3 months later, I've got facial hair. That's just the way it works sometimes. Of course, you always have the masterminds in the Army that are supposed to be your buddies going, you know how you grow that thicker? You go against the grain. I'm like, really? Yeah, really? Really? You go against the grain? And you go upside down and start shaving. I'm like, that hurts, man. No, you lied to me. Got you there, Private Duke. All right. We'll get back to bowling now. I'm sure you would all like that. Well, Redmond Young. Uh-oh. Looks like Redmond Young's going to be pulled out, too.
Another switch.
Jacob Miller. I don't know if it's Miller or Mueller. It's M-U-E-L-L-E-R, but sometimes it's Miller and sometimes it's Mueller.
I'm going to guess Mueller.
Yeah, probably. I heard him yell for Jacob, so it looks like Redmond Young and his.
We're making 2 switches, it looks like.
Yeah. I don't know who the other one is, though. I didn't hear him yell that name.
Don't know. Once he switches them, I'll find out.
Well, there's only 2 left for subs. That's Ben Craigelo or Noah Green.
It's Ben. Ben? Whatever his last name is.
Craigelo.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Whose place is he taking, though? That's the question.
That I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so meanwhile, back at the ranch. Strike there by Sully Fry. And that on the other side on 25 was Jaden Colheim, and that's back-to-back. Strike's actually a turkey for him. And now Brody Hoganson will step up over here on 26. Not sure what Mueller is taking.
We are about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, I scratched out Redmond Young because that's the one you kind of knew after that gutter ball he was coming out. So is Travis Young coming out? And Hoganson on 26 will pick up his spare. And after 5 in the books, Collinsville still up 444 to 366.
Okay, we're just making 1 change.
Okay, just the one, just
the 3 spot. Yep.
Just a Mueller kid?
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, Collinsville with a nice lead so far here, 444 to 366. Here is George Smith on 26 to get us going in the 6th frame. And that's a strike. Bradley George trying to keep up. Close head-to-head match in this first one, that's for sure.
Looks pretty good.
And it is. How about that? And last pin, I believe that was the 4 pin.
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of fell down, got hit from behind and fell forward. Colin McGehee on 26 now for Belleville East. And he will pick up a strike. Everybody gets a strike. Here is Simon Fry. Let's see if he can continue the hit parade, and he does. 4 bowlers, 4 strikes to start off the 6th.
Now we're rolling.
We are. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Well, let's see if the new kid, Jacob Mueller, who is a freshman, can come in, and now coach wants a word. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to throw the ball down the lane and knock all 10 pins down. I know it's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
But Coach Berriger is going to give his little freshman a little pep talk anyway. Why not? He's a freshman, right? Probably got all kinds of nerves going on. Although I'm sure that he's bowled on the varsity side before, because coming in, he has bowled in one game. Bowled a 185. And he has the traditional throw the arm back, let it go. No two-hander there. He leaves up one pin. That's the 4. Meanwhile, over on the other side, a try here by Sully Fry, and he will leave up 3. I know that these Southwestern Conference matches mean a lot to you guys because it's the Southwestern Conference, and you always want to beat the teams in your conference.
Yes.
But really, the regular season is basically what? To get you ready for the playoffs.
Right, right.
So each one of these matches, you're just trying to get better.
Yes. That's what practice is for, too.
Yes. All right, here is Sully Fry on 25 trying to pick up his spare. I mean, that's the same thing in all these sports. You know, you talk to Coach Luggie, who is the head coach of the soccer team. He'll tell you the same thing, you know.
Right.
He'll be like, yeah, we play the regular season. We want to beat our opponents, but the object is to get better and better, so when the playoffs start, we're on a roll, and we can do some damage. And the Cahoks did. They got all the way down to the sectional final before they lost this year in soccer. Didn't have the best of regular seasons, but they started picking up when it mattered the most. Jaden Colheim on 26 for Belleville East, and he will pick up a strike to keep the strikes going for him. That's 4 in a row for him now. Brody Hoganson on 25 for Collinsville, and he will pick up a strike. So everybody's throwing strikes. Collinsville got 4 out of 5 in that 6th frame. And here is Travis Young trying to pick up his team's 4th out of 5 here, and he does. So that was a nice 6th frame by both teams. After 6, that was a fast 6th frame, wasn't it?
It was.
5:34 for Collinsville, 4:55 for Belleville East. So Collinsville still in the lead with 4 frames left to go.
4 to go.
Collinsville comes back over here to 26. Girls are almost finished. They're already into the 10th frame of their final match.
They can go eat dinner now.
Yeah. The JV boys are right around the same spot we are. We're not really. They're early in the 6th as we are getting ready to start the 7th. We start it with Bradley George over here on 26. And he will mow down the left side and leave up the 3, 6, and the 10 on the right side. Now George Smith on lane 25 for the Lancers. One of those two-handed bowlers.
So they have 3 of them?
Yeah, I think so. He'll leave up 2. He leaves up the 6 and the 10. Bradley George almost copied that, but throw in the 3-pin, and there you go. Bradley George trying to pick up his spare first. And looks pretty good. Oh, no, it squared up and hit that 3-pin right square in the face and left up the 6 and the 10. George Smith down 25, and that one hugs that line, but he'll take care of both of his pins. Simon Fry on 26 now for Collinsville.
Looks pretty good. Or not.
Well, he only left up 1.
I thought it was going to hook more than it did.
Yeah, I know. Just barely grazed that head pin on the right-hand side. You going to be here 2 weeks today from the girls' game? Should
Maybe.
be. Yeah?
I'm not sure yet.
No? It's a Wednesday. I figured, you know.
It is a Wednesday, yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'd love to have you. It'll be a fast one that night because the boys will be not playing here.
Yes.
Unless they're here practicing. But they'll be, you know, a few lanes away.
Right. They won't interfere with the match.
No, they will not.
At least I hope not.
Yeah. And the girls, we already know, they don't have enough on the JV side, so really there's only going to be 1 match to worry about.
It's varsity, yeah.
Yeah. And the varsity girls are rolling right along in this season. Most likely, they're up 19-2, will win tonight and go to 7-0. And I believe they have Belleville West tomorrow. I know they have O'Fallon in 2 weeks. They have not participated in the first round of their Southwestern Conference tournament yet.
I think that's next week.
It is.
Yeah.
I believe it's on a Monday. The boys finish up their second leg of the Southwestern Conference on Tuesday. How about Jaden Colheim over there with 5 strikes in a row for Belleville East? He's picked it up late, man. He's on quite a roll.
He took 2 games to warm up.
Yeah. Had a strike in his first frame, then he had an open in the second, but it was on a split. Nothing but strikes since then. Here is Travis Young, and you know what he does. He just hits strikes.
Yeah, that's all he does is strike.
Yeah. That's a turkey for him. He does not have an open frame.
We have a lane malfunction on 26?
I don't know.
I think we might have.
Yeah, because it looks like Carter Williams knocked down 4, but all 10 pins are down there, so they're going to have to have somebody manually take care of that. That's what we needed, another delay, right?
Yeah.
Been kind of a long night here, it seems. Probably because we started off with technical problems.
Yeah.
That makes everything seem like a long night.
Then we had that delay between the 2 games.
Yep. Belleville East has already finished, so they sit at a 575 right now. Collinsville sitting at a 589, but they still have 2.5 bowlers left to go, so they can increase that lead. And now the arm comes down. We'll wipe all the pins away, and I guess whoever's back there will put the pins back in the pin setter the proper way they're supposed to be in there. There's 4 pins remaining.
I don't remember which 4 they were.
I don't either. I wasn't paying attention, which is, kind of rare because that's my job.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be paying attention.
Bowling, it's easier to not pay attention.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions at the bowling alley. There you go.
There we go.
Well, you could have punched them all together, right? I mean, come on. Do a guy a favor. Carter Williams is like, that's not the way they were, man. Oh, yeah, they were. Never mind.
He would like them to be not up there and not down.
Yeah. Of course, he would have preferred just to knock all 10 of them down on the first ball.
Well, yes.
That didn't happen, so let's see what he can do down. Oh, that's going the wrong direction and got one. That looked like a left-hander's ball going down the left side and then curving over to the right.
Did he foul, too? I think he did.
Did he?
Did.
Yes, he did. Sure did. Stepped over the line, so none of it matters anyway.
He only got one anyways. So.
Yeah. So Sully Fry, let's see what he can do over here on 26. There's no one to his left to bother him. And he will swing that one in there, but he'll leave himself a split as well. 3 bunched up together over on the left, and then the old 10 pin.
Everybody's favorite, the 10 pin.
Everybody's favorite. The only bowling I do now is on the Xbox.
I forget the name of the game that's on there.
Connect Sports. That's what we have. It has like darts and golf and I believe volleyball. It has all kinds of stuff on it, but that's the one we play at home. My wife's already bowled 3 300 games on that thing. I have yet to do that. All right. Sully Fry got a mess to clean up down there on 26. He'll take care of the 3 and leave the 10 pin up. So now it's up to Brody Hoganson to send us to the 8th. Brody, just like the guy he is chasing, Travis Young. Neither one of them have an open frame. Young has 5 strikes, 2 spares. Hoganson has 3 strikes and 3 spares. And I hope I didn't just jinx him.
I hope not.
Blame it on me if it happens.
He can't hear us.
I know.
So.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yep.
I did. I jinxed him.
Yep.
The old announcer's jinx. You say it and it becomes true, even if you don't mean to say it. It's like in baseball. You can't say he's got a no-hitter through 7.
Yeah, you don't talk about that.
No.
Somehow they hear you.
Yeah, what's the one rule about Fight Club? We don't talk about Fight
Don't
Club.
talk about Fight Club.
So Hoganson has an open frame because Todd Duke opened his mouth. We go to the 8th frame. Collinsville still in the lead, though, 620 to 575. But things are going to get a little closer here after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open frames in that 7th for Collinsville. So
Yeah, that was.
Belleville East had 4 strikes and a spare in the 7th, and Collinsville had 5 open frames. So I would imagine that this lead is not going to last very long.
They had 1 spare, didn't they?
We did?
Yes.
Oh, we had a spare.
4 opens, 1 spare.
Yeah, 4 opens and a spare. All right, here is George, and he leaves the same exact thing that Brody Hoganson did on that lane. So blame it on the lane. Don't blame it on Todd Duke. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that story and stick to it.
Okay.
Here's Bradley George on 25 for Collinsville. He'll take care of a strike because that lane's not the problem. It's
This
26. Yeah. This lane likes to leave up the 4 and the 7 and then the 6, 9, 10 pin.
The Greek church is what it's called.
Sure. Why not? It's like a Roman numeral down there.
Yeah.
So let's see what George Smith can do. He'll just pick up 1. And here is Simon Fry on 25, trying to pick up a strike to try to make things a little better after that kind of horrendous 7th frame. It also included a foul.
Yeah.
Here is Colin McGeehee.
There's been a lot of fouls today.
Yeah. We've seen 3, haven't we?
I think 3.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I saw 1, let alone 3. 1 pin left up for McGeehee, 1 pin left up for Simon Fry. Simon Fry will take care of his. McGeehee will try to do the same thing here in just a moment while Carter Williams gets ready over on 25. McGeehee trying to collect the ball before the JVer goes next to him on 27, and he wins that race.
The girls are done over there.
Girls are finished. JV boys are just beginning their 8th. We are in the middle of the 8th here, and McGeehee takes care of his spare. And here is Carter Williams on 25, lets his fly down the lane, and that one's straight as an arrow and leaves up 1.
It's better than the last one.
Yep, here's the freshman who just got inserted into the game, Jacob Miller. Miller. One of those two, and he picks up a strike. There you go. Coach had faith in him.
I think it's Mueller.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, usually it's like Miller in like Clinton County. Clinton County, man, you can't, it's like so many different pronunciations and names out there.
They have to be extra.
Yeah. It's Clinton County. Williams on 25, barely got that one to go down. He knows it too.
Yeah.
Like that much. Girls win 34-6. They won game 3, 7-3, and ended up winning 34-6. That's a dominating turn of events there. You need that back? All right. I will take them all with me to the Caseyville VFW. It is Queen of Hearts night. I already got my tickets turned in, so I wanted to make sure I did that. I did that on Monday because I didn't have any games going on Monday. How about Sully Fry over on 25, picking up a strike. So that's where I'm heading after this. A much-deserved frosty cold one. Meanwhile, Colline.
After all those technical difficulties.
Yeah, you know what? After all that, you deserve it. Talk about stress you out, man.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties will stress you out. Here's Brody Hoganson, nice rebound after that open frame in the 7th. Probably because I didn't say anything about it.
He's like, why didn't I do that on 26?
Right, exactly, huh? And, you know, Travis Young doing Travis Young things.
He just goes out there and strikes.
That is 4 strikes in a row for him. I believe that is, I'm going to say 7 for this game. I think he had 2 spares.
I think so.
Yep, 7 strikes in this game. He had a 279 in his first game. Fell off a little bit in game 2 with a 225, but he's climbing himself back up there now. Working on 4 straight strikes. And we make it to the 9th. Collinsville 679, Belleville East 687. So I kind of figured that 7th frame did them in, and Belleville East would have a lead after that 7th frame was over, or after the 8th frame was over. But both Georges get strikes to start off frame number 9.
2 more frames.
Yeah, we got 2 more frames. And a little bit of a miss hit there by Simon Fry. Callum McGee on 25 for Belleville East will pick up a strike. Back-to-back team strikes there for Belleville East. Collinsville had a lead until that 8th frame. That's the nature of bowling, isn't it?
Yes.
One bad frame can ruin a good night. One good frame can send you in the right direction. Here is the freshman, Jacob Mueller. Mueller down 25, working off of a strike his last time, missed the head pin. NFL playoffs start this weekend. Playoffs? Playoffs? Looking forward to that. Playoff time is always fun, especially in the NFL.
Which team do you root for?
The Bills.
Okay.
A.J. Epinesa, the Edwardsville kid on that team. That's why. Back when he was a basketball player for Edwardsville, he was kind enough to have a picture with my daughter. And my daughter still talks to him. They're Snapchat buddies. Oh, that was a nice, almost picked it up there by the freshman.
I'm not a Chiefs fan, so that's why.
Nope, I am not a Chiefs fan either. I did not jump on that bandwagon.
No.
Because Lamar Hunt voted to send the Rams out of St. Louis, so you know what? And I could not do the Bears because I can't root for a team from Chicago. Just can't do it because I am an avid Cubs and Blackhawks hater. I know that's a strong word, but that's the way it is. So I couldn't find myself doing that.
Well, we live in St. Louis. So.
Yep. And I know the other direction, Indianapolis Colts are kind of close, but I couldn't do it. And to the south, Nashville, couldn't do it. So I kind of waited around. You know, I lived in Tampa, Florida for 5 years straight from 90 to 95. I thought about jumping back on that bandwagon because I lived down there when St. Louis didn't have a team.
Right.
St. Louis Cardinals left in 88. We didn't get the Rams till 96. So I was down there and I rooted for the Buccaneers, but I didn't want to re-root for them again.
Right.
So I kind of waited around, and a few years ago I decided to jump on the Buffalo Bills bandwagon. I like Josh Allen.
As long as it's not the Chiefs.
Nope, not the Chiefs.
Which I think the Chiefs are moving to Kansas.
Yes, they are.
Yes, okay. I did hear that right.
2031, I think they're slated to do that, so it'll be a while.
Yeah. They're building a whole new stadium.
Yes, they are. Olathe, Kansas. I think it's about a half-hour drive from Kansas City.
Yes, it's
close enough.
Yeah.
I still think they're gonna be called the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, they will be.
Not just the Kansas Chiefs.
I think it's southwest of Kansas City.
Yep. All right, we are about ready to begin the 10th frame. 781 for Belleville East, 774 for Collinsville. So the match is still close. The head-to-heads
are all over the place.
Yeah, they are. A couple of close ones. I think George Smith is going to get the better of Bradley George here, and here is Bradley George on 25. We'll stop talking about the NFL now and finish this night up over here. Welcome to the NFL TED Talk with Todd and Brandon. So the 10-pin left up for Bradley George, and here is George Smith in his first throw down lane at number 26, and he will take all of them out. Take them all out. Bradley George on 25, trying to pick up that 10-pin to give himself at least one more throw, and he did that.
I think he's going to win that one.
I think so. That's the only one that we're probably sure of, is the one George will beat the other George.
The others, I don't know.
Everything else is still kind of close, except for probably, unfortunately, the anchor.
Yeah, yeah.
That open frame really did not help Brody out, and again, you can blame me for that. And the next throw there by George Smith misses the mark. He leaves the head pin up as well as the 2 and the 8. And here comes Bradley George and his final throw of the night. And he will miss the head pin as well. He has the same exact set of pins as George Smith did. The Georges are copying each other.
That George doesn't have to pick it, though.
Nope. Bradley George, our Bradley George, will end up with a 196. And right now, George Smith with a 147 with 3 pins left. No chance to catch up there. And here comes George Smith's final throw of the night, and he will end up taking care of that spare, though.
That was an interesting way to pick
It
that.
was, and he ends up with a 130. Or excuse me,
That's
a
a
150.
150, yeah.
I was looking down at the next one. Because the next one is Simon Fry over on 25, and he'll leave 2. He is head-to-head with Colin McGehee here on 26. And it is not close enough to call. That's going to make it a little closer. And now McGehee jumps over Simon Fry by 4 pins. Got to get the spare. He does. And Simon right now 2 pins behind McGehee, but Simon has 1 throw left while McGehee has 2.
Simon can only shoot 158, if I can do math right.
Yeah. Yep. Here is McGehee going first, and oh boy, he missed the head pin. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him, man. He did not hit the head pin to get that strike anyway.
No.
So Simon Fry.
With a 155?
155 is exactly right. And McGehee already has a 164 with 1 throw left. Well, that'll take us to Carter Williams over on 25. After Colin McGehee goes. And McGehee's final throw of the night will miss the head pin, and he will end up with a 166. But he wins the head-to-head battle by 11 pins. He won
all 3 of them?
Head-to-head battle. Well, he came in for Don Coleman in that one. And here is Carter Williams. He'll leave up the 10 pin.
10 pin.
Of course.
Everybody's favorite.
Everybody's favorite. The freshman, Jacob Mueller on 26 for Belleville East, will leave up the 10 pin as well. Lanes almost been matching each other.
There's no way they're not going to.
JV's won
They're going to win them all.
7-0. Okay, thank you. JV won 7-0. They're not finished yet, but there's no way they're going to catch up. Belleville East is going to catch up, so JV will win.
I forget they do the score different for
Yes, they
JV
do.
than they
Yeah.
do varsity.
Yeah. So Williams picks up a spare, and Mueller will not. So Mueller will end up with a 159, although he came in the middle of that game.
Yes. I don't know who gets credited with that game.
Well, I don't know either. But that's not part of my process when I write up my follow-up story. I don't have to worry about the opposing team's individual numbers. So one more throw coming up here for Carter Williams, and Williams already at a 180 will win that head-to-head matchup. And he will, ooh, that pin, there it goes, right at the last second.
It marked at 9.
It falls
so it's
in for,
190.
yeah, that's okay. They probably won't change it. It's not going to make a difference. 189 for Williams. He'll win the head-to-head matchup, so Collinsville has 2 of the first 3 head-to-head matchups, and somebody just got a foul.
It was Colline.
Yeah, Colline, yeah, he sure did. That's not his first foul tonight either.
No.
Here is Sully Fry over on 25, and he will start off with a strike. And I don't think he's going to be able to catch up with Colline, though. The foul might help, but not much. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think he might, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he just jumped ahead by 3 pins. Close team game right now, too. Right now, Collinsville with a slight lead.
Everybody's all crowded in right here because these are the last 2 that are
Yeah.
going.
The JV girls are still going, but they lose by forfeit anyway. They're
Yeah.
just finishing out the string. Here is Colime on 26, and he will leave a bit of a mess, and his final throw will net him
186.
a 186. And all Sully Fry has to do is that right there, and he will guarantee a win. Colime did not win one head-to-head matchup. As right now, Sully Fry has a 203, 4th strike in a row for him. And now, Travis Young The anchor bowler for Belleville East will let it go down 26 and pick up another strike. He's going to have a very good score here by the time this one's over.
That's going to be a very good series, too.
Yes, very, very much so. I mean, he's got an 820 series already this year, so why not?
That'll be 7-something, I'm pretty sure.
Here is Sully Fry. How about another strike to finish things up, and he'll end up with a 213. Nice job there, Sully. He'll win that head-to-head matchup with Colline. So Collinsville has 3 of the 4 head-to-head matchups, but they will not get this 5th one in here.
No.
Even though Travis Young left a pin down there.
They might get the team total on this one.
Yeah, I think they might. Right now they are neck and neck, 9-17 to 9-17. But Travis Young has one more ball to go, so the only thing he can do is pick up that 1 pin and give his team a 9-18. And he is going to do that. And then Brody Hoganson has yet to throw a ball.
257.
So, yeah. And Brody on 25, the last player of the night. His first throw will give Collinsville the team win. He'll leave up 2, but that puts Collinsville at 933, and that is, last time I checked, better than Belleville East's 918.
Yes.
And Brody still has at least 1 more to throw. He will not win the head-to-head battle. Travis Young ended up with a 257. So how about a 257, a 225, and a 279?
I believe that's 761.
Whew.
If I can do math.
Well, you can do it a lot faster than I can because I'd need to whip out my phone for that. Brody Hoganson down 25. Will he have 1 more throw after this? Yes, he will. Brody had a 216 in his first throw of the day, and then a 196 in the last one. And right now he sits at 181 with 1 throw left. Excuse me.
I don't think he's going to beat 257.
No, he's not. I don't even think he's going to break 200, and he'll leave up 3 more, and Brody
188
will end up with a 188.
Yep.
You are correct. And that is going to do it. Collinsville ends up winning that one, though, 942 to 918. And they will get those 5 points. We will do all the math, and we'll do that here in just a moment. Brandon Campbell, thank you, sir. Pleasure hanging out with you. We hope to see you back here in 2 weeks for the girls' game.
I'll have him let you know if I'm
all right,
or not.
I'm sure he will. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
No problem.
All right, that is Brandon Campbell. Time for us to transition now to the post-game show, brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food and great service, all served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where you will find them. You can give them a call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007. We're going to do some math, come back and wrap things up here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
The choices you make to celebrate the life of your loved one should be as special as the person they represent. That's why you will always find the staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville ready to go the extra mile to meet the needs of you and your family during those times. For over 100 years, Her Funeral Home has been there for Collinsville and the surrounding communities. Of the many arrangements made after losing a loved one, the first is the selection of a funeral home.
The staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville can help with that planning. Call Her Funeral Home in Collinsville at 618-344-0187. Her Funeral Home, serving Collinsville families for over 100 years. 618-344-0187. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Once again, we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville drops this one here tonight against Belleville East by a final of 25-10. And once again, Eli Hay will join us. It's a tough one, man. You guys pick up the final win on the last match of the night, but in between there, that was tough.
Yeah. It's a tough watch for anybody watching that knows what this team is capable of doing, and that was just not tonight. It's just not our best showing on what we're capable of doing.
Yeah, and you guys had some bright points during this game. In that first game, in the 7th frame, every one of your guys got a strike.
Yeah.
So that was one of the good parts. Then you guys weren't happy with some of the things that were going on in the first, so you did some shuffling around. Explain the process in that decision.
Yeah, so we got to look at where individual lines are, where we've got big leads. We can maybe put somebody where we have a pretty big lead, someone who's maybe not necessarily bowling great, not bowling bad, but just kind of working it out, who's covering their spares. We can give them a little bit of time to figure it out and get acclimated to the shot a little bit more, and by moving them to one of those lines. And if it's another line where we're just getting blown out of the water, we can move our worst bowler there, or who's just not finding the line. Or we can move a bowler who's getting hot and maybe can start to catch some traction on the deficit there. It's just kind of and another thing too with this sport, it's so heavily momentum based that even if you have the same 5 guys, you put them in a different order, you can get better results sometimes. You can get a little bit more steam rolling in certain areas. So whenever you come out like that, and especially in a game we should have won, to lose it that way, you just want to change. You change something, change the flow, change anything, to try to do something different.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked, and I'm not the brightest when it comes to what bowling goes on here with teams and stuff like that. I was a little shocked at the beginning when you did not have Brody Hoganson in the anchor spot going up against Travis Young, because that dude is good.
Yeah, Travis is really, really good. And he likes to bowl here. He usually puts up good numbers here. And I've got no problem with Brody going in the anchor spot. But I wanted the surefire point. If I had him at 4, I knew we're getting those points either way. That 5. And Travis is one of those kids who can come out here and shoot 800 at any point too. So I don't want my best bowler losing against their best bowler just having an unreal night, which he did. He 7.
Yeah, something like that. I think
a big 700. Yeah. So it's more of a line of I want to make sure I get my 3 points for each game out of that. And I know Brody's good for their 4th. And both of those guys on their best day would put up a show. So it's not anything against Brody. It's not any doubts against Brody. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, I know. It's just I want those surefire points, and I know he's going to get them in that 4 spot.
Yeah. And like Brandon Campbell and I were talking about, man, when you play a regular season in any sport, the competition, that you go for that. You want to win because you want to beat the Southwestern Conference teams in your division. But what you're really doing is trying to prepare and get yourself better for when the playoffs start.
100%. It's all about that state run.
So now you've got, one match left tomorrow against Belleville West.
Yeah.
You have the Southwestern Conference tournament. You have the Panther Invitational.
And then it's regionals.
And then it's regionals. Yep. So is there stuff left to work on, and when are you going to have time to do that?
100% there's stuff to work on. it's kind of a weird situation this year because usually after the Panther, we've got our top 8 and we're good to go. After tonight and this close to being the regionals, top 8 is wide open. Our JV team knows it. I kind of told them that in the second game. I said, guys, we've got a varsity team that's not doing what they need to do, and it's late in the season, and if we got to make changes, now's the time. If you want to step up, if you want to, sophomores and freshmen don't normally make varsity in high school sports, but, when it's open, whenever the current iteration isn't getting it done, then we're going to try some different lineups. We're going to try some new guys out. We're going to work with them in practice, put them in situations, and see how they do. We need to find the 5 that just run and take it. That's where we need to be right now. And so we'll have I think 2 practices next week, and then once we're done with we'll have 3 practices next week, I think. Yeah, we'll have Monday. Yeah, so we'll have 3 practices next week. So we're going to keep the whole team through that time to kind of narrow down on the top 8 that we're going to look for regionals. And we can also change that lineup if we make it out and go to sectionals beforehand. We're going to roll with the full team that we got right now because we're not set in stone yet. We got a lot to work on.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm back here in 2 weeks with the girls. You probably won't be unless you're here practicing with
the boys. I'm sure I'll be here. Yeah. My God, the girls today. I don't know if you caught their scores. Yep. They up.
Oh yeah.
That'll be exciting. That'll be exciting to watch.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
All right. That is Eli Hay, the boys' head coach, along with his dad, Sean Hay. And that is going to do it for us. Final 25-10, once again in favor of Belleville East. We're back at you tomorrow. Girls basketball at Edwardsville will be on the air around 7:20 with pregame coverage of that one. Until then, big thank you to Eli joining me on the pre and the postgame show here. And another big thank you to Brandon Campbell hanging out with me to bring you the sights and sounds of Camelot Bowl as Collinsville lost to Belleville East tonight 25-10. Until tomorrow night, my name is Todd Duke. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.